Hello Tibians, Episode 5, welcome. 1 hour and 39 minutes left on Saturday, and I decided to go for Roshamuul. Solo. Forgot to hit the record button at first, so we start about 2 minutes into exploration. At this point I had found 0 points. Sad times. When exploring the east side here I take quite some risks. For whatever reason I forget to shoot energy walls, which would block at least the silencers. If that Frazzle didn't sidestep there, I would probably have died. Finally, the first point just left of the bridge. Being alone and with shitty gear on a vacation where I don't know how to dish out proper DPS, I choose not to risk a dip into the narrow passage left. Exploration of Valley is rather safe and easy. There is plenty of run space and you only need to be careful if you run into a one-way passage. Energy bombs and magic walls can be your friends. And of course don't get stuck on random trees or stones. Now let's comment the gear I'm using. The conditions here are far from optimal. The most important gear that I'm lacking are boots of haste and time rings. At least badger boots give plus 10 speed, but this character also had no mount. Instead of plus 10, I could have had plus 60 speed. A huge difference when getting paralyzed, since paralyzed does not affect bonus speed. Another simple piece of gear I'm missing was the garlic necklace, and the most basic support would have been Pariana following me. If you wonder why she didn't provide me with those things, lack of time. I think at this point she had below 2 hours left. The slow approach from day 1, the screw-ups in between. On top of that she had spent some time on exploration and still wanted to in order to reach top 100 as well. Pariana actually had said that we should do rush exploration together. But stupid me thinks saving her time is better, so I just started on it. Roshamuul was basically my home from level 190 to 260 on my knight, pre-imbuing and supreme pots, so I know it quite well. Lower Roshamuul didn't go well though. 5 of 7 points after having explored parts of the bones area. That meant abort and proceed with upper rush. At least 7.5 minutes lost. Upper Roshamuul itself took just about 7.5 minutes as well. That one went fine. I found about 5 points in the east side, meaning the last 2 remaining spots should be easily found on the large surface southwest. No need to go into the northwest mountains. Roshamuul Depot you just run through and it's done. After that I take the carpet to Thais and resupply. And just in case of dying I stash the vials, since I would need them for casks and cash was running low. 40 seconds of exploration on lower rush. Again, 0 points. I run back to the boat and regenerate in hope of points appearing. Again, it looks grim. Taking high risks, failing the levitate spot, no points. Until finally, 2 at once. Looks good. Proceeding to the Shocket area. Fucking disaster. From looking good to looking dead. Bumping into the Frazzle, I got thrown off. A snapback, a moment of confusion. I tried to escape north, which was the mistake. Southeast was wide open for a long time. Why? What was the point of that north step? As always, a simple energy bomb here would make this passage so easy. But well, basically being up since 8 AM and constantly doing tournament stuff, I was bound to slip up. Now it was time to cry. Jumping to Discord, finding Pariana in the middle of a boss group. Please, please, I fucked up, my backpack, senpai, I need you! And she came. Retrieval of the backpack was quite something. I was a mental wreck. Why not zone off all that shit with a couple of walls? I'm so bad, seriously. After a bit of derping laps, Pariana managed to push my body down the stairs. Backpack saved by my hero. The remaining points were found in just under 5 minutes. Why didn't it just work on the first lap? 30 minutes, 5 levels, some skills, and 200 points down. Factoring in a gain of 2000 points, generally this is still worth. In terms of rank 1, this probably was it. My only shot now was to lock the Carlin Ice Island. And when trying that, damn same island. At least this time I just run straight off. Botani 10% through Fibula, and then I started mapping Thai's surroundings. Covered in sadness. This is me crying to my wife when she drops by to say goodnight. I fucked up so badly. Thai's surroundings were done in 12.5 minutes. Decent. Greenshore was again unlucky. Exploring the entire east side, nothing. Everything was stacked to the left. I lost only 1 minute, less than a relook to check if a spawn is free. Still a mood killer. Following Greenshore was Mount Sternum. Mount Sternum gives the best results if you go straight down to the large caves with ghouls. More space means more chance of points of interest, right? I did a lap to the Sykes on -1 at first. Somehow the thought of bestiary was stuck in my head. Yet killing 500 Sykes was so unrealistic and would not be worth. Small mistake. In the Ghoul Caves I picked up the Dwarven Ring at the Geomancer quest. I really wanted that one before tackling Feyrist. Altogether Mount Sternum took 14 minutes. Ideally I'd say you spent no more than 10. Following up was the Thai Stroll Cave. This one was finally lucky again. All points were discovered basically on the surface within a minute. I'd say a 4-minute gain, making up for Greenshore and a bit of Mount Sternum. Thai City in 5 minutes was also twice as fast as I had managed on my test runs. Thai City had been a nightmare and one of my nemesis when testing. Altogether, including Fibula, Thais took just about 42 minutes. My estimate had been 60 minutes, so that was great news. I go to resupply in Dara and head towards the Minor Pyramid, which is when I realize, Feyrist mission. Following with a 180, setting the new course for Valour Orklands. I still had to find the notes of the dead poacher and deliver it to Hermana in order to buy the fur. Workplanes, Orklands while proceeding on the Feyrist mission, and exploring Ulderus Rock took just about 15 minutes. Buying the fur of the baby wolf and delivering it to the ghost wolf was next. Then reporting back to Ikazis and grabbing the mission from a swan. Finally, it was time to head for Darashia again, grabbing the feathers and Edron on the way, and then straight to the Minor Pyramid. Pariana had provided me with a stealth ring, so no Minotaurs were harmed in that exploration. 5 minutes and 40 seconds left. The last area of the day shall be Northern Darama Desert. I do a lap around the city and cover about half of the entire area. In the end I get kicked at the entrance to the Darashian journey, with my music saying, "Nobody loves no one." Emo Trip 101.